Hi everyone, I'm Kemi Agunbiade. I am a finalist law student at Wadham. I was women's officer for Wadham SU from 2019 to 2020, and then I was co-chair for It Happens Here at Oxford from 2020 to 2021, and I am now the incoming VP for Women, and I will be from 2021 to 2022. So, because of all those reasons, I've been asked to speak today a little bit on why International Women's Day is so important to me and to a lot of women, and just give my 2 cents on feminism and just how things have changed and just my stuff I've done as well. Um, and I will try and stick to the prompts, but also just like give my 2 cents. I think the first thing I was asked was what was the thing I was most proud of that I had accomplished like during my time at Oxford in my activism and the stuff I'd done. I think, I mean, everything was amazing. Like I have done career talks and a lot of like panels as well, and intersectionality panels uh, discussing sexual violence. And there's so many amazing things that I've got to do because I've worked with so many amazing people as well, and I think that needs to be said. But I think the thing I'm most proud of was probably the vigil for survivors that I did in my second year, because it took a lot of work, but also like so many people came up to me afterwards saying that they felt so seen and validated, and just like unfortunately survivors end up, there is a community of survivors. Ideally we wouldn't have to have one, but there was just a sense of solidarity in this point in your life where you can feel so alone, and I just was so glad that there were people who felt so kind of just like relieved by being around like other people, but also like no one can tell the difference between someone who is just there supporting and someone who is a survivor. And it was just so nice to see that there were so many people who cared, and on top of that just being so like heartwarming, it was also how I got more involved with It Happens Here and made such great friends, and also just pushed for like a lot of change that I'm really proud of. Like unfortunately my time's coming to an end with the campaign, but like I'm so proud that like I've also been able to inspire more people to run, and we have a whole committee set up for next year, which is going to be really exciting. um, I think, what's the next thing? um, how do I think COVID has impacted women? I think one thing we have been discussing is just like students being able, whether students are able to come back, and unfortunately, a lot of students have being stuck at home in situations where they uh, situations where they are unsafe, because we always consider like perpetrators of like just domestic abuse, but also like sexual violence to be people we don't know, or people like like shady people, like creeping, and which it isn't always. It can be like, it can be your significant other, it can be unfortunately a parent, it can be like people you know locally who, like people even like whatever. But it's so difficult to navigate that space, and there's so many, I think there, because there's so many resources in the university, it makes it easier to access them when you're here. But unfortunately that's been the case, that's disproportionately affected women, but also like affects everyone. um, what is the significance for International Women's Day for me? I think it's uh, I think it's the fact that the International Women's Day. I think it's a discussion of feminism. I think it's a huge celebration of like there's so many people. There's so many people in my life who are so inspirational to me, who are women who have had to go through like the struggles that I can never, like, I don't know. It's just, yeah.